Despite the downward trend in cases, the Delta variant is still causing severe illnesses. And after all this time, it's still a heavy load for ambulance crews.
In West Oahu, a third of all calls are from sick people with the virus. As our Allison Blair reports, many times EMS workers aren't sure what they're walking into.
Ambulance, what's going on here? We're gonna take you out to the ambulance, okay?
1, 2, 3. Oh, you can go out too.
All right, dear, your legs are gonna come up, okay?
It's been a year, it's been a long year.
Every shift, they're left feeling drained.
Just breathe, just breathe.
We're trying our best to get to everyone as fast as we can.
1, 2, 3.
It's been 1 month since the peak of the pandemic's latest surge, and there's been no relief for Honolulu EMS.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the times we're having people wait because of the call volume.
You have a fever, yeah?
There's just so many calls.
1434 Honolulu.
Even more so for the crew that mans Oahu's YPO unit.
An average day, we kind of get pulled around a lot. Kind of far places as well.
Because of its central location, these paramedics are often called to help when the ambulance closest to an emergency has already been dispatched somewhere else.
We are stretched in.
This particular shift, the YPO unit responded to Kapolei, Kalihi, Waipahu, even Nanakuli, crisscrossing the island, covering upwards of 150 miles. Taking nearly a half hour to reach the most distant emergency.
Town, there's a lot more variety of calls.
Looks like bleeding is active.
But in Leeward, Oahu,
Mask back on.
I'd say 1 out of every 3 is COVID positive patients.
Are you COVID vaccinated?
No.
While the state's daily COVID case counts are dropping, the virus continues to ravage many West Side communities.
The thing I'm noticing now, as opposed to last year, is I've been noticing people's body languages, the ones that we kind of have a good idea that they're positive. Majority are unvaccinated. It's just kind of a weird silence. You know, they're very short with their answers. I don't know if it's either regret or realization that like, oh, okay, this is something real.
These days, crews are also responding to an increasing number of trauma cases.
Yeah, we got you. Watch out, watch your hands.
With lockdowns a thing of the past, traffic accidents, along with other everyday medical emergencies, are happening much more often.
It is more strenuous, yes.
All total, Honolulu EMS was dispatched to more than 8,300 calls last month, up more than 20% compared to September 2020 during the height of Hawaii's first surge. That number also tops pre-pandemic call volume by several hundred emergencies a month.
How's the pain right now?
The demand means some calls don't get answered quickly.
There are days where calls are stacking up in the queue.
On top of that, hospital emergency rooms are still packed.
YPO, we have a party too. Who's next?
That means crews can't always get patients to the closest ER.
Push air out, push air out.
It does have an impact on our transportation times and priority where we bring the patients.
Jeremy and Zolfran.
They're asking the community for patience and say while things may seem like they're getting back to normal,
We're still in it, but we're making it work. We'll be there for you folks. We just ask you guys to be safe.
in YPO, Allison Blair, Hawaii News Now.